Hey, welcome back to A Moment to Move. New camera today, lens anyway, so we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully it feels right. I haven't got the space, so there's not going to be too much overhead stuff today, which is going to be good, I guess. And let's get straight into it. This is going to be a nice full body workout, and it is going to work the whole body. And yeah, if you're feeling fatigued at all, remember you can drop your knees down, you can pause the video, come back to child's pose, whatever you choose to do, but let's just work through it together. Remember to breathe, most importantly, and yeah, I hope you like it. It's fun to record, so let's give it a go. We're going to start with a wrist warm-up, no surprise. It's going to be nice and simple, so just have the palms flat down, fingertips facing forward, press pressure into the index finger and the thumb, and we're just gently going to rock back and forth. Start breathing into the space you're creating with your wrists. Push into the index finger and the thumb, gently grip the mat with the fingertips. Start making some circles. I generally make just semicircles, so I come round, pop down to the left hip, and then come forward, round, sit back onto the right. I hope you enjoy this class. It's quite fun. And it's going to be challenging as well at times, which is good. This is what we're here for. Finding that moment to just strengthen that body, come back to the breath. Sorry. So place the fingertips towards the knees and gently sit back onto your heels. And you can begin to bring one palm up and then the other. From here, come onto the toes, give the wrists a little bit of a shake. Stretch out the bottom of the feet at the same time. Place the hands down, and we're going to step back to a downward facing dog. Hips up to the sky, pushing into the ground. Externally rotating the shoulder blades so the eyes of the elbows are trying to come forward. Elongate through the spine. Take a bend in the knee if you choose to. And from here we're going to gaze between the hands, and we're just going to roll that spine forward into everybody's favourite pose, plank. So, index finger and thumb pushing in, gripping lightly into the mat, squeeze the glutes, bring the navel to the spine, and you want to sort of pull your hands towards your toes and your toes towards your hands, and then rotate the shoulder blades so the eyes of the elbows are facing forward to the best of your capabilities. And breathe. You may want to turn the neck from left to right, up and down, yes and no, and you can even be saying to me, no, no more hold, that's perfectly fine. Just remember to come back to the breath. From here, we're going to shift the weight forward, and slowly lower down, bringing the elbows into the side body, nice hug. And we're going to hold a low plank. Again, breathe. Same engagements, gripping the mat with the fingertips, squeezing the glutes, bringing the knees up. Keep breathing. We are here for a challenge after all, right? One more in-breath, exhale out, inhale back to plank, and then roll the hips back to downward facing dog. From there, we're going to bring the feet slightly wider, and we're slowly going to roll through the spine, keep pushing the ground away from you. So we're going to start articulating, and then we're going to sink the hips down, squeeze the glutes, pull the chest through for a nice up dog, pull the shoulders down, push by pushing the ground away from you. Make sure the glutes are engaged. Tuck the chin to the chest and roll back into up dog. We'll do 2 more of those at your own peril. So bring forward, try to follow the breath. Pull the chest through, look directly ahead, chin to the chest, roll back. Last one. From here, we're going to come in to a high plank. Once again, steady the motion, get yourself nice and planted, nice and grippy in the mat. And we're slowly going to lower down over the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, all the way down to the ground. Keep the engagement. From there, we're going to bring the elbows under the shoulders on both hands, and we're just going to stretch out the front of the side of the front body in Sphinx pose. You squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders down and around, broadening through the collarbones. Not too much rest just yet, so keep the solid foundation, elbows under the shoulders, and push the hips up to forearm plank. I'm going to walk back just a little bit on my mat. Bring the navel to the spine, doming the upper back, pushing the elbows into the ground. Make sure the hips are up. You don't want them up, you want them sort of at a nice level. It's called a plank for a reason, so you want to be leveled out. And breathe. I'm not sure how long we're going to hold this for, but we've always got that breath. Now, you sort of want to have your fingertips maybe off the mat, but generally most of the palm on the mat. And we're going to push into the hands at the same time, coming up into extended plank. So keep pushing the ground away from you. Same cues as you've got in regular plank and forearm plank. You want to bring that navel to the spine, keep pushing the ground away from you. And we're going to lower back down to the forearm plank, but just before we get there, we're going to push back up. 2, and so bring them down at the same time, and up at the same time. 3, 4, 5. Back to extended plank. Walk the hands underneath your shoulders and roll back to downward facing dog. Hopefully you feel the core starting to warm up. I'm going to raise that right leg up to the sky, gaze between the hands, bring the knee into the nose, maybe touch, flex the front foot, step between your hands, rising up for crescent lunge. Squeeze the thighs together. Then you can bring your arms overhead if you choose. You can just have it down by your sides, out wide. And we're going to just lower the left knee down to the ground. Pop back up. That's 1, 2. Focus your gaze. 3. That's 1 point. Wherever you choose. 4. 2 more. Right. Place your hands inside the right foot and then heel toe the right foot out slightly. And then we're coming into a lizard lunge. So you want to flex the toes towards the knee and try to keep the knee tracking over the toes. We're just going to open up that right hip nice and wide, and you can move however you choose, just rocking back and forth. From here we're going to start to straighten the front leg, twist the body around, so you're coming up to more of a wide-legged forward fold, but we're going to just keep rolling back to the back of the mat, pivoting onto the heel of the right foot, lifting the toes up, and sink down for a Cossack squat or Skandasana. Pop up to straight and lower back down. There's 2. Back up. And there's 3. Get that front foot ready, because we're going to plant into the front foot at the top of the mat. Pivot so the toes are facing forward, and we're going to slowly rise up to your warrior 3. From here we're going to bend into that front knee and pop back up. It's 1, 2. Wherever you need to keep the arms at balance, do so. Try to keep the hips as level as you can. Straighten that leg, keep your balance. Last one, lower down, pop back up, place the hands to the ground, step the left foot back, reach the right foot back as well to meet your left, lower the elbows down at the same time, coming into dolphin pose. From here, we're going to come through to a low plank, so we're going to raise the elbows up at the same time, bring the chest through, coming into chaturanga or low plank. So up at the same time, bring the body through, low plank, push yourself back, dolphin. Low plank, dolphin. Low plank, dolphin. 3, 2 more, 4, 5. Push back, dolphin. Into the hands at the same time, raising the elbows up, meeting in downward facing dog. Lift that leg, left leg to the sky. Hook between the hands, bring the knee into the chest. Again, you may want to touch the nose with the knee, flex the front foot, step it between the hands, rising up nice and strong, crescent lunge. Little bend in that back leg. Take a nice hold here for a second or two. Broaden through the chest. Again, create whatever stability and where you need your arms. I like to have mine on my chest or my stomach. And we're going to lower that knee down to the ground and pop back up. So 1, 2. Remember to breathe. You want to flex the glute on the right side as you pop up. 8, 9, 10. Place the hands inside the left leg. Heel toe the left foot out to slightly wider than the mat. Flex the left toes, coming into a good lizard lunge, opening up that left hip. Again, you may want to shift forward and back. You may want to do little circles. This is your time to explore your left hip. From here, we're going to pivot. I'm going to pivot to face away from you, and pivot around so the feet are there. We're just going to keep, again, coming through, coming into that back leg, bending deep into that squat, pushing up with the legs, standing. Lower back down into Skandasana, pushing back up. 1 more, lower back down. Push back up, create solid foundation in that left foot, pivot so it's facing directly forward, and then slowly shift the weight over for a warrior 3. I'm going to bend into that front knee, pop back up, bend into that front knee, pop back up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Place the hands down, step the right foot back, step the left foot to meet it, drop the elbows to the ground, and we're going to do a couple more of those dolphin to chaturangas. Gaze directly forward, keep the elbows nice and bent and low, shift forward, pop back, dolphin. Remember to keep a nice firm grip into the mat. 3, 4, dolphin. Hang out here, breathe, stick the hips to the sky, push into the hands, bring both elbows up at the same time, meeting in downward facing dog. Now you can walk your hands back. I'm going to step a little bit forward, and we're just going to come down into a nice squat position. Earlier on we did some lizard lunges. That's to open up the hips a little bit. So feel how you need to be, feel where your body is, and just sit in your lowest squat. As comfortable as you can be, which isn't always very comfortable, I know. If you need to roll the mat up or put something under your heels, do so. We're not here for long. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, place the hands down behind you. Maybe walk the feet a little bit forward. And you're coming into this hovering reverse tabletop. So the hands should be facing directly away from you, fingertips. And as you pull the shoulder blades onto your back, push into your heels and lift your hips up to the sky. And lower back down. 1, 2. Gentle pause at the top. 3. Inhale up. 4. 5. We lower back down. Gently sit the hips onto the mat. You might want to spin around here. I'm just going to extend both legs out nice and wide for a seated straddle forward fold. So as you inhale, roll them through the chest. As you exhale, just bring your hands out in front of you, wherever they need to be, and just take a fold. Scoot that a little bit back. As you see, it's been quite a well-rounded class. We do a little bit of everything, some arms, some core, some legs, a little bit of back work as well at the end there. Now we're just coming into a nice little cool down. And walk your hands over to your left foot. Extend the right hand to the outside of your left foot. Flex the feet. You want to gaze underneath for a nice side stretch. Keep your body nice and low, and walk it all the way to the other side, over the right foot, and again at the outside of your right foot, even the outside of your right shin with your left hand, and again gazing under the shoulder. Come back to neutral. Bring my legs in. Sit up nice and tall. Nice cleansing breath. Sigh it all out. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you're doing so, please hit that subscribe button. Like would always do as well. And yeah, I'm sure I'll hope to see you on the next one. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your day.